This project is about creativity and innovation through sustainability. We're involved 5 different countries working together on a project through the European Union.
2 different worlds. In one side we have media graphic and all involved with graphics, studio, making, filming and all that. And on the other side we are also having the personal image world, including beautician, hairdressing and also stylism.
So the focus is on sustainability, and the whole project idea was to introduce sustainability within the 2 educations, within the 2 trades.
And combining the knowledge, being both in the creative industries, which is a huge industry with a lot of different branches in there, learned us that we can focus on more things, not just in graphic media. And it gives you a different view and a different perspective on sustainability.
What we have seen in this project is that we have probably a tendency to think about sustainability a lot with our feelings and not necessarily knowing so much about what is right and what is wrong. So what we wanted in this project was to get a grab of what is the facts and what are feelings here. And I think we have gone some very important steps, and there's still a long way to go.
I think it widens your knowledge, to be honest, massively, because in the small period of time that I've worked with the individuals on this particular Malta trip, I've learned a huge wealth of knowledge. Just seeing how different people work, learning about how they function in their style and environments in different countries, different sectors and areas. And I think for me, the biggest learning curve has been that they're all so different, and being able to take those different experiences and everyone share them, it just makes sense. It makes sense to bring everyone together, and also the fact that everyone's learning, everyone's taking something from it.
What is very important for a project like this is the awareness on sustainability. Not only for the people working in it, but also for the people we work for. Big difference in graphic media and hair and beauty is the target group we work for. Graphic media work for other companies. It's the B2B market, business to business market. Hair and beauty, they work for the business to consumer market.
The world is moving towards a particular time where we have to be more conscious about what we are using and the products we're using in both the creative industries and also in other creative industries which go through beauty and hair. The type of products we're using, the type of materials we're using, what we're selling to our customers, and we are trying our best to make this the people conscious about the needs for a better life in the future.
And sustainability is something which a lot of people find very difficult. And a lot of people believe that it is too expensive and it's too complicated. So we have to show that it is something which can be easily done. You just have to twist your mind a bit. You have to do things differently. If we look at hairdressers, maybe you cannot do exactly the same as you used to do if you use sustainable products. Maybe you have to change the way you're working, but you can still do a lot. And it's really pushing the agenda. And our belief is that it's through education that you can really change things, because those are the future generations that come out, and they will show another way how you can work. But as educators, we have to be the one who goes in front, because we have to be there both for the students and for the trades.
At the beginning it was rather strange to see graphic design together with creativity and aspects of beauty and hair. They can be very linked together now that we've passed through this process after 2 years, where both areas are using materials which are very similar in nature, such as chemicals, both used in both areas, such as graphics, printing, and the materials used in by hairstylists in beauty, where you have chemicals used for hair dyeing or any other approach when it comes to cosmetics.
By actually meeting together and involving students and making the students aware of the fact that we actually have to do this together to create awareness, meeting each other and talk about each other's problems in the different countries makes you aware of problems that we are all facing, because in fact we're all working in the same industries. So we are facing the same kind of problems. But by exchanging your knowledge and exchanging experiences, you get even more aware of things that are going on in other parts of Europe.
Everyone being able to sort of take different experiences and knowledge of what these other students are involved in and learning. But also the fact that, again, like for myself, I've found through learning about these different areas, things that I wouldn't necessarily know how to be sustainable in a media area, for example.
Bringing the two disciplines together, the graphic and the hairdressing. In the beginning, I was kind of thinking it was because the graphic was a bit more advanced when we talk about sustainability, so they could be kind of a role model. But actually, working through the project, I've learned to see it a bit differently. I see the big advantages when you put two trades together, which are somehow closely linked because they're both creative, but then again, they're very different. The most important thing is for the students and the teachers to see both their own trade, but also another trade from a different perspective. And they learn we all learn so much from it.
Well, working with 4 different countries than ours, it has really made a very big deal, a very big difference for us. We have found out that the problems all around in education world are almost the same. It doesn't matter where we are living. And of course, we have found out there are also some differences, maybe of understanding life, but sooner or later, we have all been very flexible. We have been working very hard to make out this project work, and I'm really very proud and very grateful.
What we achieved is that we get more respect and understanding for each other's differences, especially with regard to the subject of sustainability. What, for example, could be very normal and not even a question in Denmark could be a big issue in Spain or in Scotland.
It's not easy to work with 5 different countries, all having different cultures and expectancies. However, I must admit that we've learned a lot throughout these 2 years. We've learned a lot to work with countries from the north area of Europe. We've learned to work with people who are Mediterranean like us. I think the students themselves enjoyed working and learning languages and also understanding better the needs of such different cultures. I think it was a wonderful experience for us all. The fact that we had to travel to these different countries, learn about their culture, learn about their history, learn about their needs. Yes, I must admit it was a nice experience.
It's been a great experience. So good to go to the other countries, meet the other students, the other teachers, and just see how they work and do things differently.
I think it's a good experience for us, for meet another person of other countries and other teachers, and a new way to learn hairdresser, for example, in other countries.
it's good to learn from each other, to see how we all do things differently, and especially the sustainability of hairdressing. In Scotland, there's not very many sustainable products, so I learned a lot from Denmark with everything that they have. They're very much more sustainable than we are. In Scotland, we make sure we don't waste product, but there's not as many sustainable products available.
An amazing experience to be down here and to meet the other students and to work with them. I'm a media graphic student, so I'm just been observing the hairstylers and their work, and it's very interesting to watch, you know, the different ways they work and do things.
It was a nice experience to meet other students for different types of types, like hairdressing. I never was in the hairdressing field, so it was a new concept for me. And meet other ideas, how they think about the design and etc.
In this project, us Media Graphics had to take the graphical the pictures from the hairdressers about their work and make it into a magazine we could put out to the world about sustainability in media graphics and in the hairdressers' environment. So we can tell the world about how sustainability is in these brancher.